Hello everyone, good morning, and welcome back to the insanity of Victor Shepard. Last time we cleared up the Artemis Tau cluster, learned about the mysterious organization known as Cerberus, and shut down a rogue VI program on Luna called the Hannibal VI. Now we're going to move on to the Hades Gamma cluster. And I might as well show you guys what are the basic direction of where this playthrough is going to go. Alright, so first we're going to be doing a lot of side quest stuff. We're going to be starting with Hades Gamma. Then we'll be moving to Gemini Sigma. Then we're gonna go over here to the Voyager cluster to deal with Hades' dogs and the Cerberus side quests. Then we'll go to the Hawking Edda to deal with Major Kyle, Argus Row, Kepler Verge, then the Armstrong Nebula, then we'll go to Horsehead, which has Novaria in it. Novaria will be the next main story mission we're going to do. Then we'll head to the Attican Beta. Well, first, after Novaria, we'll do its side quest missions in the Styx Theta. Then we'll go to Attican Beta, do Pharos, then do its side quests in the Maroon Sea. Then after that, we'll do Bring Down the Sky, then Vermeer, then Ilos, and Battle of the Citadel. But first, let's go ahead and head to the Hades Gamma. Let's start with the missing survey team. There we go, survey, rare element. Hello, Cross, welcome to Strem. So yeah, I just made the road map of where we're gonna go. We're starting with Hades Gamma. We're basically gonna crisscross doing a bunch of the side quests and loyalty missions. The first story mission we're gonna be doing will be Novaria. Then we'll do its side quest stuff that you do after Novaria. Then we'll go to Pharos. But Sovereign, you don't have ad jail anymore for a month. I made sure of it. Then we'll do Pharos after the Styx Theta and stuff. Can you tell you? Yeah. And after Pharos, we'll be doing Bring Down the Sky. Then Vermeer. Then Ilos and Battle of the Citadel. But for now, we're just going to be doing random side quests and UNC missions. Alright, we're gonna be facing husks, so we'll probably want Rex. We're gonna need a techie. Let's bring Caden. Oh, there's a Thresher Maw on this map. God damn it. Well. And there's something right there. So yeah, we need to go to the Thresher Maw. Fuck. Okay, so we're gonna go Thresher Maw first. Then we're gonna find this anomaly. Then we're gonna pick up some plutonium, grab the debris, deal with the anomaly this way, then cut all the way across to the uranium deposit, head to the research base, and then we'll go here to the mining area. But yeah, first up, giant worm. BioWare really took a look at Dune and said, yeah, let's take the sandworm from Arrakis and put it on every fucking planet. Because people love that, right? Totes. Also, I don't like fighting Thresher Maws without a controller. Because I'm not good with the A and D keys to kind of maneuver strafing sort of thing. You know what? Fuck it. I've got a controller. I'm only going to use the controller for the Thresher Maw parts. Oh, shit. Despawn the tentacles. Now, I appreciate the Threshers being on multiple planets for lore reasons. That makes sense. I just don't like fighting them. It's so annoying. Especially since they eat fucking metal. Like what my Mako is made out of. Oh, Jesus. How much health do you have? More than you? Yeah, it does. Fuck your tentacles, man. Yeah, I think you're supposed to drive around and shoot all those tentacles one by one to force it to spawn. But early on, I found the cheat code, and it's just drive out of its threat range, and it'll basically reset it. And the best part is it doesn't heal. Ow. Ow. I need to heal. Oh god. Good thing I've got Omnigel. Also, one thing that I really like on the Legendary Edition, they fixed the way the repair thing works. It used to be that when you repaired, you basically locked down the Mako. You couldn't move, you couldn't shoot, you couldn't do anything until all those bars were finished repairing. Now, you can't shoot or boost while you're repairing, but you can still move. But once the bars start to go down, you regain full control of the Mako. So it's a lot easier to heal now. Jesus fucking Christ. Die, you motherfucker. Alright, controller down, back to keyboard. Hey, first. Well, I hate to say that I've gotten used to fighting these fucking things, but I've gotten used to fighting these fucking things, so I know what I'm doing.
I'm on my way.
Also, anybody who says, you know, you can... Cross got a 10 stream streak. Nice. Kaioken times 10! Kaio what? Yeah, anybody who tells me you can fight the Thresher on foot, go fuck yourself. There's only one time you ever need to fight a Thresher on foot, and that's during Grunt's loyalty mission. But you get the fucking nuke. Sure can. Also won't. Yeah, I'm not gonna fight it on foot. Fuck that. I have a tank. A little more accurately an IFV, but you get the idea. Give me an IFE. Why would I not use it? Exactly. I am a combat pragmatist. My motto in a fight is if you're not cheating, you're not trying. They took it away and gave me a glass cannon. I assume you're referring to the hammerhead, right? Yep. Well, if you have this on PC, there is a mod that turns the hammerhead into an actual tank, where it gives you armor. It also makes it where you can pretty much fly. So guess what mod is currently equipped? Let's put it this way. If there wasn't a mod like that, during the Insanity playthrough for Mass Effect 2, Victor would be skipping Firewalker. Because I'm not about to be fighting anything if I don't have to in the original Hammerhead. Don't have it on PC due to space for expedite. I don't have it installed at the moment. Oh, expanded Galaxy mod? Yeah. I've thought about getting it. But I'm not exactly sure how it would work. It's the part where you have to essentially play music rocks the volcano. There are parts of that in Firewalker, but there's also parts of that in Overlord. Which we would have to do for Overlord because that actually is important to the plot. Also, it's required to not only rescue David Archer, but pistol whip his older brother Gavin Archer. That's like a canon event. Survive. Oh, you have immunity. Good for you. How'd that immunity help you when fighting, you know, a fully fledged railgun? Didn't help, did it? Yeah, when it comes to Overlord, even my Renegades will always free David Archer and take him to Grissom Academy, and then fucking pistol whip Gavin Archer. I get why the Paragon interrupt wouldn't be to shoot him, but part of me wishes that the Paragon interrupt was to shoot him. Especially if you're primarily a Renegade Shepard. Alright, 7. See you in a bit.
En route.
Oh, there it is. Device is transmitting tight beam signals into geosynchronous orbit. This disrupts the survey's team's GPS satellites, causing them to crash nearby. Okay, well. God damn it. Wonder if I'm gonna get glitched. I've noticed that sometimes the Mako will get stuck on nothing. And the only way to fix it is to go back to orbit and come back. To the research base. Alright, so chat. I think I might have asked this before, but it's been a while, so I forgot. What's y'all's favorite game in the trilogy? And why?
Where is everybody?
And if you've got multiple answers, that's fair. Like, for me, I think each of the games in the trilogy has something they're best at. Like, for world building, Mass Effect 1 is best. For character writing, that'd be Mass Effect 2. For combat and gameplay, I would say 3. Well, technically Andromeda, but that's not part of the trilogy. But the one that I think I have the most fun playing is actually 3. ME2 is the highest, or the most critically acclaimed, and has the highest audience score, or player score. So ME2 is quite a popular choice. And I do love a lot of the character moments. Sorry, my ear is itchy. I love a lot of the character moments in 2. Especially Tally's loyalty mission is fantastic. Also, I mean, the best ending mission in the trilogy is the suicide mission.
According to these data logs, the survey team unearthed some kind of alien technology.
Could be answers at the excavation site.
I mean, I know it loses a lot of its effect on multiple replays because once you know the mechanics of how the suicide mission works, it's virtually impossible for you to fail it. But even still, the tension is there. And of course, there's mods that made it even more risky where it adds random chance to it. I could see the appeal for that, but I don't want to add random chance to it. Like, if they made it timed, where if you didn't complete an objective on the suicide mission fast enough, then someone could die. I could see that, because that's still relying on your skill. But I don't like things based off random chance. health do these fucking husks have?
Machine cultists. They unearthed some kind of alien technology, and it turns them into mindless fanatics.
Whatever they found, it's long gone now.
They found a Reaper artifact. And it's still there.
Good to go.
That accounts for all the exogeny survey team. They were converted to cybernetic husks by devices similar to those used by the Geth on Eden Prime. How they came to be buried on a frontier world so far from Geth territory is a mystery. That's because it's not Geth tech.
Negative contacts, Commander.
Alright, what's in the sledge? Nothing great. Also, Caden, what you got for armor and Colossus medium. What's Rex using? Okay, he's got the Colossus heavy, okay. I think we got all the... Oh, there's a crate. Alright. Return to Normandy. Let's go refill our grenades and metagel, then we can talk with squaddies. See if we can get more of their loyalty missions. Let's see. We'll go down, then back up to Caden. Garrus first.
Commander, good to see you.
You've been with CSEC a while. Have you seen much action?
Well, not as much as you, but yeah, I've seen some interesting things.
Anything specific?
I'll bet you have. Anything in particular that stands out?
I remember this Solarian geneticist.
Okay, we're getting the loyalty mission.
That case was a bit disturbing.
Disturbing.
What happened? Why were you investigating them?
I was tasked with tracking black market trade on the Citadel. Most of it harmless, nothing I needed to pursue. But during the course of my investigation, I noticed an increase in the trade of body parts, organs mostly. We usually get a few of those, but not the numbers I was seeing. We weren't sure if there was a new black market lab or if some freak was harvesting organs from citizens.
Is this common?
You've seen this before on the Citadel?
Every so often, some lab sells unwanted parts through the black market, but they're not as bad as the psychos. I remember this one L-Corps diplomat we caught in my first year on the job. He was hacking people up and selling their organs, had the station in a bit of a panic. But this case wasn't that clear-cut. Turns out there was more going on than we first realized.
What'd you find?
So how did you figure out what was happening?
First, we got a hold of a sample and ran DNA tests. The weird thing was, the match led us to a Turian who was still alive and was very convinced he'd never lost his liver. After a bit of digging, I discovered this Turian worked briefly for Dr. Salion, the geneticist. So I went to his lab hoping to find evidence of cloned organ development, but there was nothing. No Solarian hearts, no Turian livers, not one Krogan testicle.
Krogan testicles.
You're kidding, right? Why would anyone want Krogan testicles?
Some Krogan believe that testicle transplants can increase their virility, counteract the effects of the genophage. It doesn't work, but that doesn't stop them from buying. They'll pay up to 10,000 credits each. That's 40,000 for a full set. Somebody's making a killing out there.
Well, what about the doctor?
What did you do about the geneticist?
I brought in some of his employees for interrogation to see if I could get them to talk. While I was interviewing one of them, I came across something suspicious.
Interviewing?
You mean threatened? Was that really necessary?
Maybe, maybe not. Either way, it paid off. One of my detainees started bleeding profusely during the interview.
That's not supposed to happen.
Frantic freaked out. I ordered a full exam to find out what was going on. Our medics found incisions all over his body, some of them fresh. That was our big break. These people weren't just Dr. Salion's employees. They were test tubes. Walking, living test tubes.
That's sick.
He was growing parts inside these people?
Exactly. He cloned their organs right inside their own bodies. Then he harvested them and sold them off. Most of the victims were poor. He'd pay them each a small percentage of the sales, but only if the organs were good. Sometimes an organ wouldn't grow properly, so he'd just leave it in them. Most of them were a mess, but only on the inside, hidden so nobody could see it.
Bastard.
I hope he got what he deserved.
That's the worst part. We never caught him.
Don't tell me that.
Why not? What the hell happened?
He ran, blew his lab, grabbed some of his employees, and headed for the nearest space dock. By the time I found out, his ship was already leaving. He threatened to kill his hostages if we tried to stop him.
They just let him go.
But you went after him anyway, right?
I ordered Citadel Defense to shoot him down, but CSEC headquarters countermanded my order. They were worried about the hostages, worried about civilian casualties if the ship was destroyed so close to the Citadel. I told them those hostages were dead anyway. He just used them to make more organs. But they wouldn't listen.
Well, I mean...
Well, it's not worth the risk. You pursue the vessel and disable it. That's the best choice.
They sent the military after him, but he got away just the same. Yes, they did. I went to Palin and told him what I thought of him and his policies. He said if I didn't like it, I could quit. Well, I almost did. All they had to do was disable that ship, stop him from running. Maybe the hostages die, maybe they don't, but at least we stopped the bastard responsible for it all.
You're wrong.
If you don't care about the fate of those hostages, then you're no better than he is. You're just a terrorist with a badge.
Yeah, maybe you're right. It doesn't make it any easier, but I see your point. Just wish I could have stopped him. That's all.
Well,
Do you have any idea what happened to Dr. Salion?
I sent out feelers from time to time, hoping to find something. I thought I'd found him a while back. He changed ships and changed his name to Dr. Hart, his idea of a joke, I guess. I told the military, but they weren't convinced it was him. I got the transponder frequency for his new ship, but I just can't get anyone to check it out.
well, give it to me. I'll do it.
I'll check out the coordinates when I get a chance.
I was hoping you'd say that. But Commander, take me with you when you go. If it's Salion, I want to be there when you find him.
Alright, so we got that. Let's see if Fash isn't pissed anymore.
Commander?
Do you have a few minutes to talk one-on-one?
Sure. I was just watching some mail from home.
Oh, before I go, we saw Caden in a news vid about the Normandy. He's cute. Later, sis.
Let's pretend this never happened.
Caden,
Are you interested in the Lieutenant Chief?
Of course not, sir. Fraternization is against regulations. What's up? You didn't come by to eavesdrop on family.
Don't tell me about him.
Your family seems to be important to you.
Yeah, we've always been close. Me and my sisters especially. With Dad on duty so much, I had to help Mom raise them.
Sounds familiar.
I was an only child, but I get the idea. At least one of my parents was always on duty.
Yeah, military families, eh? With schedules like that, it's a wonder we ever have kids anymore. Things were tense between Sarah and me for a while. Then we bonded.
Tell me about it.
Sounds like a story. Feel like sharing?
Sarah got herself a boyfriend who wanted to go faster than she did, Mike. I didn't think he was a bad kid, just pushy. Lynn would send me these worried vid mails, and I'd tell her to relax.
Something changed?
Sounds like that situation didn't last.
Mike thought they'd go for a romantic walk in the woods, because he figured it was past time they did the deed. She levered Mike face first into a tree and left. Didn't have a scratch on her. Good thing Mom and Dad had us all learn some kind of self-defense. I took emergency leave and walked Sarah to school for a few days.
Well, that's dedicated of you.
Traveled all the way home to walk your sister to school.
It was only a dozen light years, like a day's cruise. It's not like I was going to Earth or something. My last day out, Mike was waiting for us. Sarah had told her friends, so everyone at school knew what he did. He wasn't happy. I wanted to snap him in half, but Sarah gave me this look, this let me handle it, I need to do this alone look. She kept her cool, God bless her, as he screamed in her face. She just let him vent. Then he tried to punch her. I swear, she just flowed around him. Next thing I knew, he's face down on the sidewalk, and there's blood everywhere.
Wow.
That's unbelievable. Sarah must be as good as you.
Better. I'm more or less a straight-up puncher. When he swung, she wasn't there anymore, and he fell. She helped him stop the bleeding and had me call an ambulance. She told the paramedics he fell. Before they took him to the hospital, Mike touched Sarah's arm. I thought he was gonna end up on the ground again. But he hung his head, whispered, "I'm sorry," and started crying. And she hugged him. The Williams women are a decisive bunch, Commander. We do things when we're ready. Not before, not after.
Your sister's something else. But you didn't mention your father at all. Was he on deployment?
Dad always wanted to serve in space, but he wanted us to have real ground under our feet. He'd say, space is beautiful, but you can't raise a family there. I cannot rest from travel.
She says that to the spacer.
To the lees. All times I've enjoyed greatly, have suffered greatly, both with those that loved me and alone. For always roaming with a hungry heart, much have I seen and known, cities of men and manners, climates, councils, governments.
Read poetry?
I never thought I'd hear you reciting poetry.
Just because I can drill you between the eyes at 100 meters doesn't mean I can't like sensitive stuff. Just don't spread it around. Ulysses was my dad's favorite poem. Every time he shipped out, he recorded me reading it. He had a dozen versions when he retired.
It's a good piece.
Does he still like it?
I sure hope so. I read it to his grave every time I go home.
Ah, oops.
Dad passed on a few years back. He's probably still watching, though.
You mean from wherever we go after death?
Dead on, Skipper. He's with God now. That's not a problem with you, is it? That I believe in God?
You know that old saw, there's never an atheist in a foxhole? I've been in a lot of foxholes.
Yeah, I guess you have. I've met a few people who are really weirded out by my faith. Because I work in space, I can't believe in a higher power? Jeez. Hello, have you people looked out the window? How can you look at this galaxy and not believe in something? I should get back to my duties. Didn't mean to take up so much of your time.
Dismissed, Chief.
Alright.
Sir.
Get some insight on Ash's family. Not that it's really going to be important after this game.
What do you want, Shepard?
Why did you become a mercenary?
Lots of reasons.
Helpful.
Such as?
Such as, I needed to get out of our system. I needed to eat. I needed to survive.
Well, why leave?
Why not stay and help your people?
I tried to help. That's why I had to leave.
Really?
What happened?
I was betrayed.
Oh.
I was head of a small tribe. We were trying to restore order after the war, but the other tribes were against us.
Yeah, I noticed that they call them
followed Shepard,
tribes
one of the few
in
warlords
ME1,
who
but
survived
in
the
every
war
other
of
game,
Turian.
they're clans.
But he was old.
Not sure what the difference
and
is.
so were his ideas. He wanted to continue the war. He wanted us to fight Turians, Solarians, each other. It didn't matter who, as long as we were fighting.
What did you want?
I just wanted Jared to shut up, to stop his ranting. I wanted him to stop leading the tribes astray. But he couldn't understand how much things had changed.
Okay, tribe is
We
usually
didn't
bigger
have the
than a
numbers
clan.
to go to war. Even if
Clan
we
is
did,
more like a
the
family
genophage
thing.
made sure we couldn't replenish our numbers fast enough. We
Or
told them all
lineage,
to forget about
whereas
war.
tribe
We needed
is
to
more
focus
ethnic.
on breeding,
Alright.
at least for one generation.
Hello,
And
Fluff.
for a while, we were
Welcome to
getting
Stram.
through. Some of the tribes started coming around.
I take it the warlord
We're,
didn't appreciate
we're
that.
talking to Uncle Rex.
He didn't. He arranged a crush with the tribes. A meeting on neutral ground. He wanted to talk. We met at the Hollows, near the graves of our ancestors. The skulls of our dead laid bare to remind us where we come from, and where we all go. It's as sacred as any Krogan place can be. Violence is forbidden.
And you win anyway? That sounds like a trap.
It sounds like a trap to me. You must have suspected as much.
I did. But when your father invites you to a crush, well, there are some laws that even we hold sacred.
Wait, your father?
Jared was your father?
He was, until that day. We talked, but we didn't get anywhere. When it was clear that I wouldn't join him, he gave the signal. His men leapt from the graves of our ancestors like Krogan undead. The few that were loyal to me died quickly. I escaped with my life, but not before I sank my dagger deep into my father's chest. That is why I left, and that's why I'll never go back.
Okay, well,
You must have family other than your father. Don't you miss them?
You trying to make me cry, Shepard? I've got some unfinished business with my family, but that's all.
really?
What kind of business?
Before I left, I made an oath to my father's father. I swore to recover my family's battle armor It was taken from him after the uprising.
Armor, huh?
What's so important about this armor?
It's a relic. Useless, really. But it was worn by 5 generations of my family before the war. It's rightfully mine. Originally, it was taken by the Turian military. We weren't allowed armor or weapons after the war. Now, it's in the hands of Taun Actus, a Turian scum who collects relics from the war. He's made millions selling Krogan artifacts that were stolen from my people. He's got several bases where he stores his goods, all fortified and guarded. I just don't know which base has my family's armor.
I'll look for
Just
it.
tell me where to start looking.
I'll upload the data to your nav system. But Commander, I want to be there when you find him.
Okie dokie.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
Well, let's go see what Tally's got to say.
Shepard, I'm glad you're here.
I'm glad you're feeling better.
Good to see you smiling again, so to speak.
I'm sleeping much better now. I guess I'm getting used to how quiet your ship is. I still think a lot about my pilgrimage, though. I know Theron's our top priority, but with all the worlds we go to, I was hoping to find something to bring back to the flotilla.
Don't worry, you will.
We've still got a long way to go. You'll find something to take back.
Yes, but it cannot just be some derelict ship my people can use for salvage. It has to be more than that. There's a lot expected of me.
Why?
What's so special about you?
It's my father. He's the senior member of the Admiralty Board. He's one of only 5 people who can overrule the decisions of the Conclave for the good of the migrant fleet. My father is responsible for the lives of 17 million people. Our entire race is in his hands, and I'm his only child.
So you're
So are
royalty?
you some kind of heir to the Quarian throne or something?
No, it doesn't work that way. My father's position isn't hereditary. I'll probably never serve on the Admiralty Board myself.
Sure. Keep
Officially,
thinking that.
I'm just the same as any other citizen. But it doesn't work that way in practice. People have always treated me differently because of who my father is.
You must get all kinds of special privileges.
I probably had it easier than most growing up. But it's not all good. People like my father have enemies, and they're not above using me to get to him.
That's a lot of pressure.
It must be tough on you.
My people place a high value on family and ancestry. There's an unspoken expectation that I'll live up to my father's example. Everyone's waiting for me to do something great on my pilgrimage. Something that will forever change our lives for the better. If I don't, it's like I failed, and that reflects badly on both me and my father.
Well, what if we save the galaxy?
The work you're doing here is more important than anything any Quarian has ever done before.
Yes, I know. But you have to understand Quarian culture. We're a very insular society. The events beyond the flotilla don't much matter to the average citizen. Our greatest dream is that one day we'll return to our homeworld and drive out the Geth. But even if we stop Saren, that's not going to happen. There's still millions of Geth behind the veil. Until they're gone, our exile will continue.
So what's the answer?
What would you need to bring back to make everyone happy?
Something that would help us better understand the Geth. They've changed significantly since the exile. They've continued to evolve. We've done our best to study them, but it's not easy. They're very reclusive. Until recently, they never went beyond the borders of the Veil. And all the Geth we run into now are under Saren's control. We'd need to find Geth operating on their own, independently. But I don't want this to get in the way of our mission, Shepard. First, we stop Saren. Then I'll worry about my own problems.
I should go.
See you later.
Alright. Thank you. God, I love allergies so much.
Looking for supplies?
You could say that.
Let's see what you've got.
You bet, Commander.
Alright. There we go. Alright, let's see if Caden's got anything interesting to say. He may or may not, I don't know. Although, unfortunately, most of the love interests' interesting dialogue is locked behind their romance dialogue.
Anything you need, Commander?
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
Is this an official evaluation, Commander? Or off the record?
Alenko, when it's just you and me, you can consider it off the record.
That's a generous attitude. Okay. I think there's something wrong with all this. This Saren is looking for records on some kind of galactic extinction, but we can't get backup from the Council? Sorry, Commander. There's writing on the wall here, but someone isn't reading it.
I hear you.
The Council doesn't want to believe anything's wrong. I'd call it human nature, but...
I hear you. It just seems like a group that's been around as long as the Council should see this coming. Sorry if I got too informal. Protocol wasn't a big focus back in Bot.
That's alright.
Tell me about it.
Biotic acclimation and temperance didn't last past the airlock. To the kids they hauled in, it was brain camp. Sorry, hauled in is unkind. We were encouraged to commit to an evaluation of our abilities so an understanding of biotics could be compiled. There are worse results of accidental exposure to element 0 in the womb. Beats the brain tumors some kids grew up with.
Wait, you doubt it was accidental?
Is there some question about how you were exposed?
My mother was downwind of a transport crash. It was before there were human biotics, a little after the discovery of the Martian ruins. It only gets iffy around 63 when kinetics was running out of first-gen subjects. Until then, they'd relied on accidentals. A bunch of guys in suits show up at your door after school, and next thing you know, you're out on Jump Zero.
You know of any intentional exposures for certain?
No one knows. Doesn't mean they didn't happen. As big as the exposures were, it was hard to track down accidentals. It was different then. No one knew the potential, so there wasn't a lot of regulation. Anything kinetics did was gold. I'm not saying they intentionally detonated drives over our outposts, but in retrospect, they were damn quick on the scene.
Well, let's see.
Jump Zero is a long way from home. What was it like?
The grand gateway to humanity looks a lot better in the vids. But that's my own baggage, Commander. No bearing on this.
Alenko, there's no regulation that says you can't be friends with your commander.
I appreciate that, Commander. I just don't want you to think that I'm a whiner. Besides, I've got my past squared away.
Okay. Now to head back up top. So, we finished in the Atanis sector. Now we can either go to the Dis system or the Fiorentina system. Let's go here first. Talma. there's 3. Alright, a hostage on the MSV Ontario. The Ontario is a Kowloon-class modular conveyor of human design configured for mixed freight and passenger hauling. It is making a hard burn for the cover of an asteroid cluster. Registry, private owner, Citadel Station. Alright, so for this, timing is going to be of the essence. We're going to have to be dealing with a lot of biotic shit. We're going to bring Rex. And let's bring in Tally, because she can dampen abilities. And both of them are equipped with shotguns. Alright, yeah. Okay.
Intruders!
All right.
Kill the hostage!
Ow, ow. Fuck, 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 fuck. Open the door.
See how it is? You write letters and everyone ignores you. Force is the only thing people appreciate. So how about if I kill Chairman Burns and finish this charade?
Please, I was trying to help you people.
Calm down.
Let's not do anything we're all going to regret.
Why not? What have we got to lose? Since the
I
chairman
should
here
have brought
decided that we
Kaden for
didn't
this.
get
He's an L2.
reparations, we've got nothing left to live for.
But I've changed my mind. Seeing you all, it's clear that you all deserve...
You had your chance. Some L2s are nearly crippled from side effects of the implants, but you voted against reparations.
You need Burns.
Think about this. Burns is the one man who can help you.
Yes, if you release me, I can take another look at the reparations request.
What, we're supposed to trust you? Sure, you promise us freedom and say everything will be fine, but as soon as we surrender, you'll double-cross us.
I didn't promise freedom.
You're going to jail. But if you go peacefully, Burns will consider the reparations. Right, Burns?
Absolutely. I had no idea that the L2 biotics were this desperate. If I'd known, the reparations will come. For whatever it's worth, I promise that.
You're right. I don't want to die. Maybe something will happen this time. We surrender.
Thank you, Commander. I thought I was dead when they took me. I'll see to it that the reparations discussion is reopened. I didn't know they were so desperate.
No, you didn't.
Then you weren't doing your job. The 5th Fleet cruiser will pick you and the prisoners up.
All right. Now we'll loot them all blind. Because that's what heroes do. Well, that was quick. All right.
Message coming in. Patching it through.
Thank you for dealing with the hostage situation, Commander.
Chairman Burns was quite impressed by the way you resolved the situation peacefully. Your assistance above and beyond the formal duties has been noted, Commander. Fifth Fleet out.
Alright, now into the disk system. Mortarian insignias. Alright, Cleansol. Cleansol is a thin atmosphere of carbon dioxide and ethane. Its first geological surveys were performed by Batarians and suggested areas of great mineral wealth. Human mining colonies spent billions of credits hustling to the distant system and sinking test bores to claim the system for humanity. But Cleansol only had an average level of mineral wealth, valuable but hardly worth the Russian expense. Merida Industria, a small Mexican company hoping to strike it rich in their first extrasolar mining venture, had to file for bankruptcy protection. Investigation revealed that the Batarian crew had deliberately falsified their surveys, hoping it would encourage human rivals to invest in a costly boondoggle. While unethical, this was not technically illegal, and the Batarian government disavowed the personal actions of a few misguided patriots. The planet is still littered with abandoned mining bases, which are often used as temporary meeting places for criminals. Alright, let's bring in Garrus and bring in Ash. Alright, so for this one, there's no Thresher Moth, thank fucking God. We're going to start by getting this beryllium deposit, and then we're going to head over here to this anomaly, and then the crash escape pod, the debris, we'll blow through the Syndicate hideout before grabbing the platinum deposit, then we'll actually go into the Syndicate hideout. Landed on our butt a little too hard there. Light metal. mean, if they want to take pot shots at my Mako, I can take pot shots at them. Hey, guess what? The shooting stopped. Oh, no, it didn't. Oh, there we go. I think we cleared it. Yeah. Trying to shoot with small arms a tank that's on the high ground from about a mile away. Not a good idea, because my gun outranges yours. Well, no, I range to spit out punches. A railgun is a railgun after all. Point is, it's still not a good idea to start shooting from long range an armored vehicle with a MAC gun when you're equipped with an assault rifle. Because I'm just gonna park there and just start taking pot shots with my main gun. I mean, the sniper rifles are actually doing damage. I mean, they brought my shields down to like a third left, so it's not like they weren't doing anything, but the guys with the assault rifles, yeah, no, they were doing shit. Who furnished the materials? X9, okay. Well, there we go. Okay, let's get this platinum deposit. And one thing about Mako versus Hammerhead that I keep thinking of is the argument between James and Cortez in ME3. And one of the pluses that James said about the Mako was that it could climb for days. And the only counter that Cortez had was that's only because of its stupid vertically mounted Mass Effect core. And I'm just thinking to myself, how is that a bad thing? That's not the hot take you thought it was, Cortez. Just admit it, the Mako's better. Now I get why Cortez would like the Mako better. It handles more like a fighter, and he's a fighter pilot, so he values maneuverability and speed more. But other than that, the Mako beats it in any other category. Oh, shit. Good night. Really? Have a grenade. Really? Sit down. Crime Lord defeated. Helena was right. These guys had quite the operation going. But that's all going to change. One down, just one more to go. Yeah, I think the most understated mod that I've had on this game, Mass Effect 1, is the grenade replenishment station on the Normandy. Because I'm a lot more likely to use grenades now that I have a reliable way to get them back. Because I used to just not use them because I would need them for Pharos. But now since I can just get them back on my ship, it's like, oh yeah, I'll chuck a grenade. Okay, is there a way to get up? Yeah, okay. Alright. Turn to Normandy. Alright. Well, we're done with the Hades Gamma cluster. So let's pop on by the neighboring Gemini Sigma and go to the main system. MSV Worthington. The Worthington is a Kowloon-class modular conveyor of human design configured for mixed passenger and freight hauling. The ship appears to be in a shut-down state. The main thrusters are cold and it is adrift off the orbit of the Anthropos. Registry, the Morrison Company, Shanxi. I think I know what this one is, so we're gonna bring that and that. I can open the damn door.
Looks like this vessel was abandoned.
Someone must have shut down all systems, except basic life support. Did you hear that? Sounded like footsteps.
Yeah, this is the one where
Somebody set that trap. This whole place could be wired.
On artificial life support because his mentally ill biotic girlfriend or wife or whatever can't handle his loss. And decided to essentially take out the crew and anyone she deems as a threat. Devotion is scary. Yeah, I mean, love can make you do crazy things.
They say Jacob's gone. They say his brain isn't functioning anymore, and they want to shut off his machines. But Jacob's the only thing in the world that matters to me. I don't know how to help him, and it's tearing me up inside. I just feel so helpless, so damn angry. Dr. Smith gave me some meds to calm down, but I didn't take them. I can't. Not until I figure out a way to help Jacob. I won't give up on him. I won't!
I don't know if it's... I guess it's kind of more meta-scary, but that was Grey Delisle doing her best crazy Azula voice. So that adds even more terrifying.
Jacob is showing no signs of brain activity. There's nothing more we can do for him. He wouldn't want to be kept alive by machines, so we're going to disconnect the life support. Dr. Smith is worried about Julia's reaction, though. She can't seem to let Jacob go. The stress is making her implants flare up, causing intense migraines.
She's an L2.
It'll probably be easier for everyone if we don't tell her until after we shut the life support down. Give her a chance to... Julia, what are you doing here? Why are you...
Well, I think we know what happened to the crew. And Shep... God damn it. Is stuck. Oh, there we go.
Jacob's not going to make it. His brain was deprived of oxygen for too long. There's nothing any of us can do for him now except let him die with dignity. is what he would want. I'm more worried about Julia now. She's showing signs of severe depression. I gave her some meds that should help, but I better warn the captain.
Okay, so, yeah. Now we gotta figure out what to do with you.
Looks like that machine is keeping him alive.
I'm not seeing any brain activity on the readouts. He's dead. This body is just an empty shell.
Maybe we should shut the machine down. It's the merciful thing to do.
It's your decision, Shepard. But maybe we should wait until we know more about what's going on before we do anything.
Well, the way I see it is, if the brain is gone, like no brain activity, no nothing, especially after attempts to stimulate brain activity, then essentially the soul has already departed the body. Nobody's home, so just let the body die. Because the soul has gone wherever you believe the soul goes after death. So we're going to go ahead and turn off the life support machine.
You did the right thing, Commander.
Sucks, but sometimes better let him go a little. Yeah. Alright, now we're going to head to the Han system. Matriarch's writings. Light metal. Mavigan. Warning, level 2 cold hazard. Mavigan is a small rock and ice planet with a thin atmosphere of ammonia and methane. The surface is frozen, mainly composed of tin with deposits of potassium. The planet has a rudimentary ammonia-based life, mainly concentrated around thermal or geothermal vents deep underground. Severe storm cycles are common. Due to limited visibility, navigation may be difficult. Alright. Spring Garrus. And bring Rex. Alright, so first we're going to go here to the abandoned camp. Then we'll head here to the cobalt deposit, gold deposit, whatever crate this is. We'll pick up and loot the debris, and then finally we'll head to the Syndicate hideout. meant to do that. Okay. So, how sick do you think I'm making Garrus and Rex? By trying. Very. You think that's why Rex is like, yeah, no, I'm not gonna join up with you again in Mass Effect 2. Yeah, I'd love to join up with you again, Shepard, but you don't happen to have a vehicle you can drive, right? Yeah, I got this hammerhead. It can actually fly. Yeah, I'm real busy here on Tachanka, you know, trying to unify all the clans. So yeah, I'm gonna have to sit this one out. Real shame, though. Hello, Sen. Welcome to stream. There's so much sexual tension being Rex and Shepard. Well, in my headcanon, especially if you're FemShep, you know how after you finish Grunt's loyalty mission and you kill the Thresher Maw, it'll say there's like so many hundreds of breeding requests for Grunt, and then one for Shepard. If you're FemShep, I'm willing to bet that that one for Shepard is Rex. And you cannot convince me otherwise. Gotta get to a point where I can actually let the people off. There we go. Also, we can romance a Drell, a Quarian, who would probably actually end up killing just because of how weak their immune system is. 2 Turians, an Angaran, 2 Asari. Let's see here, what other aliens? But they won't let us. I mean, there's 2 prominent species they won't let us romance. Solarians, which I get it, they're not exactly the most they really don't have a sex drive. And then Krogan. Why can't we romance a Krogan, BioWare? I mean, I get why we shouldn't romance Grunt. He's our son. That would just be weird. But why not Rex? Excellent question. Saying, BioWare, for the next Mass Effect game, Krogan romance. It's what the fans deserve. Climb. There we go. Oh shit, turrets. Oh, bring down the sky is gonna suck at that one point. Where there's like 7 turrets. 3 of them are moving. And they all have line of sight on you from almost every angle. That's gonna be real fun. boy. Really? That's Jack's line.
Here it comes. I will destroy you.
Really, huh? Second crime lord defeated. That's both of them. No doubt Helena Blake will be overjoyed to learn that these two scum are no longer a problem. Oh yeah, Shelby just thrilled. Especially when we try and arrest her. Alright. Wetware kit. Savant X Bionic Amped. There we go. Garrus, what's your sniper rifle? Okay, you got the snipe. You got the Black Widow. That's what I needed to know. And Rex, what's your shotgun? Oh, you've got the Sokolov X, which is the Claymore. So we're gonna keep you with the Claymore. So, and I've probably already asked you guys this before in one of the previous Carolina streams, but what's y'all's favorite Mass Effect romance? And you can include Andromeda if you played it. Because actually some of the Andromeda romances are pretty well written. Let's see. Okay, Gemini Sigma's done. We're just gonna pop over the horse head to do these two missions. We're gonna leave Noveria alone though. For me, my favorite It's actually 2. And it depends upon who, or if you're bro shep or fem shep. If you're fem shep, Shikarian all the way. If you're bro shep, Tallymancer. Miranda, Midley is very romantic. She's one of your favorites, but Ashley. Yeah, I have to go off of secondhand accounts, but if you go with an Ash romance as a paragon, it can be rather endearing. Sovereign doesn't know. Shipley's fine. But all your Shipley experience is fanfic? Oh. Well, I've mentioned this multiple times, but I've never actually romanced Ash due to file or quote-unquote career limits. I can only have so many games. And also 9 times out of 10, Ash doesn't come back from Vermeer. Just because her power set, quite frankly, is basically Gar's, but not as good. Because she doesn't have any tech. Ash suffers by specializing so much in combat abilities in a game where combat abilities actually aren't that important. Because anybody can shoot a gun. You either need, in order to be competitive in this game, you either need space magic or tech abilities. Ash has neither. I'm sorry. Alright. Amaranthine. Amaranthine is a chilly rock world with an atmosphere of carbon dioxide and nitrogen. Its frozen surface consists largely of light titanium and aluminum oxides, with deposits of thorium and other heavy metals located in the deep crust. Amaranthine was named by the human poet Sophia Cabral during her tour of duty aboard the Alliance surveyor ship Koopa. Under the dim light of the red dwarf Fortuna, the surface of this world is lit in rich twilight blues and purples even at midday. Yeah, I'd say for my third favorite romance, might actually be Jaws from Andromeda. I know a lot of people are like, but what about Liara? Liara's okay. But I don't like how much BioWare kind of wrote her to be overly romantic towards you, whether you're pursuing a relationship or not. And I've never really been that much of an Asari simp. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's not a bad romance. It's just, I guess the word is safe, maybe? It's Yeah, it's rather mid. Okay, let's bring in Kaden and fuck it, we'll bring in Liara because we're not actually doing any combat. I just want to see what she has in the way of equipment. Also, did we have we ever used her since we recruited her? Well, we'll find out. No, we did not! Alright, level her up. Alright, so we're gonna want barrier up. We are gonna need, for story reasons, need to bring her in Novaria. The problem is she's a squishy. Her defensive strengths rely on barrier, which buffs her shields. Which the Rachni... Click the button that will make you hate her. No. I only auto level Jenkins, and sometimes either Ash or Kaden, depending upon who is getting left behind at Vermeer. But if I'm going to actually use them, no, I don't auto level. Because that's silly. Aid up to electronics, throw to here, do lift to here. We're gonna max out barrier, get electronics up to advanced overload, get first aid to there, singularity, and warp. Throw electronics some more, put the rest in lift. We're not touching stasis because I hate stasis, mainly because unless you max out Bastion, stasis makes the target that's in stasis immune to damage. So all you really do is just take him out of play for like 7 seconds. Which I get it can be kind of helpful, but I want to lock them in place and then shoot them while they can't dodge. Or do anything. Because I'm an asshole like that and I cheat. Alright, we could put her in heavy armor. Because I got the mod that lets me put on any level of armor, no matter if you're proficient in it or not. As long as it matches your species. Fuck it, why not? There. Give her Savant 9. Give her Savant 9. I don't care, just give her that. Pistol. Give her that. Let's give her Inferno rounds. Hyper rail. And kinetic coil. No. recoil. Shotgun. Fuck it. We'll just give her the Armageddon because I don't care. And Banshee. There you go. Alright, so for here, we're actually not going to get into combat. What we're going to do is we're going to start here, then move here, 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 and then here. Although when it comes to ranking Mass Effect romances, I think we can all agree on the two worst. Both equally bad for their own reasons. One of them, because you just fucking die when you romance them. And that's Morinth. First, why would you recruit Morinth? She's a space vampire who's irredeemably evil. For the achievement, I guess. For the domination bonus power, I guess, but that would entail you killing Samara, who is tactically a lot better because she has fucking Reeve. And if you, I don't think there's actually an achievement for romancing Morinth. I think the game just goes, you fucking idiot. You know, like the literal achievement. Is there an achievement for romancing Morinth? I mean, if there was an achievement for that, sure. But there's not. And then the other worst Mass Effect romance is with Corporal Boring, aka Jacob Taylor. Because he decides he can't wait for you 6 months while you're in fucking jail, you know, for blowing up a mass relay to delay the Reapers. He can't keep it in his fucking pants that long. And knocks up Dr. Bryn Cole. Way to go, Taylor. In fact, the only reason to go down that romance route is so in the Citadel DLC you can smack him. Also, apparently, romancing Jacob, oh yeah, if you don't romance Jacob, good for him. He's trying to, yeah. But if you do, he's basically just straight up cheated on you. But if you don't romance Jacob, Dr. Bryn Cole has nothing but respect for Shepard, both bro Shep and fem Shep alike. If you romance Jacob, she turns into, well, for lack of a better term, a really jealous bitch. So, the Jacob romance ruins not one, but two characters. Now, I've never actually had any of my Fensheps romance Jacob Taylor because I don't hate them. So I just know this from YouTube. Yeah. Those are, in my opinion, the two worst romances. Fair enough. Some of the romances that I'll never do Jacob Taylor's because, like I said, I don't hate FemShep that enough. I'll probably never romance Thane because I hate sad endings. And while I hear Thane's romance is extremely well written, it basically leaves FemShep with no rock to cling to at the end of the world. So, yeah. Probably won't ever romance Cortez because I like Cortez, but bro on bro just isn't for me. It's great that it's available for other players that are into that, but it's just not for me. So I will always rescue Cortez out of his depressive funk, but it won't go past friends. Probably won't ever romance Ash. Not because she's not a bad romanceable character, it's just she's probably not going to survive long enough. Oh yeah, YouTube's great for that. That's how I know how heartbreaking the Thane romance is, because I watched it on YouTube. Also, for the same reason as Cortez, I'm probably not going to romance Caden as Broshep, just because, again, is not for me. But I'm totally okay with it being an option for people that it is for. Let's see here. And unfortunately, unless the career limit gets lifted, I probably won't ever romance Trainer. Not because I wouldn't want to, but because I don't like, well, I don't like multiple romantic partners in the same playthrough. And, I normally don't make it past Mass Effect 2 with a partner. But I have watched the Trainer romance, and it is fucking adorable. But Alright. Now let's go confront Helena. So you're in Andromeda. I'll probably never romance either of the human companions. For Liam, I just don't like his character. And Cora never shuts up about the sorry, so she gets on my nerves. Also, her haircut drives my OCD insane because it's asymmetrical. And I mean, y'all know how I get about the SU-47 Burkett being asymmetrical, so... I know it's really shallow, but...
Hello again, Commander Shepard. I owe you a debt of gratitude. With my former partners dead, this syndicate is now mine. I could not have done it without you.
Oh, I ain't done yet.
I killed them because they deserve it. Now I'm placing you under arrest.
Surely you don't think that necessary. Under my leadership, this organization will restrict itself to gambling and smuggling illegal technologies. These crimes are hardly worth your time. If you press the issue, my assistants are very well equipped to deal with you.
Walk away.
This gang has a reputation for drugs and slaving. It's too late to change that.
Perhaps you're right. Perhaps this organization has been so tainted by those two idiots that it cannot be redeemed. If I disband the gang, I walk away freely. I have not come so far to be arrested. I would die before going to prison. I would most certainly kill before going to prison. Now, do we have a deal?
For now.
You're free to go. I don't ever want to see this gang again. If I do...
You won't. I'm not so foolish as to break my word to a Spectre. Now, if you'll excuse me, my men become nervous in the presence of law enforcement agents. Goodbye, Shepard.
But no, about chorus, but style haircut. I don't know what it's called, where you shave the one side and leave the other longer. It just drives my asymmetry OCD insane. I would much rather have them have the Jack haircut where it's just bald, because at least then it looks balanced. Either commit to the shave or don't do it at all. My guess, Sovereign, is that Cross has had some bad relationships with people with that haircut in the past. So, at least... Also, we're gonna loot these guys, because, you know, that's what heroes do. Okay, so yeah, experience. And not of the good kind. Okay, yeah. We are not executing the mercs. We are, however, stealing from them. Yeah, other Andromeda romances I'll probably never do. Probably not Gil's, because again, it's bro on bro, and It's not that I'm against it, it's just I don't like looking at the male form because I don't find it aesthetically pleasing to look at. The female form is much more aesthetically pleasing. I might go PB, but I don't know, she just... PB's kind of rubs me the wrong way. She just... How do I put it? She just seems very flaky. The R 2.0, but with optimism this time. Yeah. I mean, I'd be willing to try it, but probably not the... She wouldn't be my first choice. I have done Suvi, the Scottish redhead lass, which is, again, fucking adorable. Suvi is my kryptonite because she is redhead, Scottish accent, adorable. So yeah, that's like my kryptonite. One without the other, new tab. Oh no. All right, we're gonna finish up with the Strenus system. Alright, Cross, I want... I'll leave you alone. I'm not gonna do anything. Alright. I have romanced Jaal. Jaal's a good romance. He's similar to Garrus, but Garrus is a little bit more reserved, whereas Jaal, being an Angara, wears his heart on his sleeve. Let's see here. Warning, level 1 cold hazard. Zawin has a thin atmosphere of carbon dioxide and ethane. The surface is frozen and mainly composed of cobalt with deposits of copper. Planetside conditions are hazardous, with constant ice storms racking the surface. And I think I'd like to go on my next Andromeda playthrough. I'd probably go for Vetra's romance, because I hear it's rather adorable too. Oh yeah, if Jaal and Garrus ever were able to meet, which they can't due to Garrus is in the 2100s and Jaal is born like 600 years after that, so yeah, that's not gonna happen. But if they ever did meet, they would basically be brothers. They'd be bros. Do that, and then Rex. But Vetra seems like she's worldly, but at the same time, she does have a little bit of adorableness. And apparently, during the romance, she'll try and cook human food, which is a very sweet gesture. But because she's never been able to taste human food because of the dextro-levo-chirality problem. She has no idea what she's really doing, and so she messes it up. Which I find adorkable. So, I'll probably go for that next time. Fuck a thresher maw. Okay. Controller back out. Fuck. Okay, Thresher. There you are. How did I not get hit there? Oh, there I got hit. Ah, fucking tentacles. Jesus. If you hit Raz. Turn around. I hate fighting Thresher Moths. Unfortunately, this one's guarding the debris pile. Ow. I took that broadside. And that one. Let's go ahead and repair. I've been wondering, where's the cockpit? Like, is it those two square, like the black stripe right by the or to the right of the 5 there is the M, is that where the windshield is? Oh, jeez. Die, you bastard. Alright, controller down. That means I'll go here. Okay, we got heavy metal. Go here. Appears to be no one left at this camp. The generator is still functioning, but there are no signs of former occupants. The camp's computer notes several locations of interest.
Just lead the way.
Alright. Here. Oh. It would help if I was hitting the wrong, or hitting the right button. It's like, why am I not moving? It's because you're hitting the E key, you dumbass. Beacon was a geth trap. Okay, let's recharge our shield. I mean, if you're talking about me running it over, yes, I did. It's not dead yet, but... now it is. No, ramming doesn't damage it, unfortunately. Alright. Oh, Jesus. You know what it does do? Knocks them off so they can't shoot me. Palladium. Alright, and finally the Merc camp. And there's gonna be turrets. Of course there's gonna be turrets. Why wouldn't there be turrets? I must die, but it's your turn. Oh, she's on the staircase, okay. You first. Alright. Normally identified. You've discovered the corpse of Captain Willem of the MSV Majesty. His stiff fingers are wrapped tightly around a small data pad. Alright, well. Now we need to report back to the Citadel and his brother to tell him that, yeah, your brother didn't make it. Sorry. First, we need to replenish our grenades. Before I forget. So I'll head to the Citadel, complete that quest, and then we'll probably call it a stream for today.
Equalizing interior pressure with exterior atmosphere. Logged. The commanding officer is ashore. Exo Presley has the deck.
Go ahead. Snooze that ad break because we're almost done.
Presidium technicians are struggling to understand why a computer system catastrophically overloaded recently. Technicians are reportedly unsure of what caused the malfunction, or even what the system was originally designed to do. CSEC is investigating the possible...
All right. Presidium locations. Citadel Tower.
Any news? Did you find my brother yet?
He did.
I found your brother's body. His ship was attacked by privateers.
Willem's dead? I guess I should have expected this. When his ship dropped out of contact, I just knew. But I kept hoping he might still be alive.
This must be hard on you.
I'm sorry for your loss.
Thank you for finding him. It's better to know one way or the other. That's what they say, right?
That is what they say.
Please excuse me. I need to go make arrangements for his funeral.
Actually, it probably is better knowing for certain. Because if they're alive, yay, you know they're alive. If they're dead, well, at least you won't be tormented by the false hope that they might still be alive. And you can begin the process of moving on. Can't really do that if you don't know one way or another. Alright, we'll head back to the Normandy, and we'll go ahead and close. So.
Log. The commanding officer is aboard. XO Presley stands relieved.
This will be the end of the stream for today. There'll be no streams this week because Floof and I are going to be apart and celebrating Sen's wedding, and there's a lot of events, so it's just easier if I just take a break from the stream for a week. I don't know whether or not next weekend I'll be able to stream. I'll keep you guys in the loop. But next time we come back to the insanity of Victor, we're going to be heading to the Voyager cluster to begin the chain of missions Cerberus and Hades' dogs. Then we're gonna head to Hawking Etta, take care of Major Kyle's thing, the Biotic Commune. Then we'll head to the Kepler Verge for Garrus's loyalty mission, I guess you would call it. And that's probably all we'll have time for that in that regard. But thank you all for joining me. I hope you had fun. And I will see you guys whenever I see you. Take care and have a great rest of your weekend.